man, this is a... How the heck did they... Man. Yo, what is up guys? It's Sky, and okay, real quick, what did you guys think about the last video? I mean, I just wanted to do something different, because I was just so excited about this camera. I've been waiting for it for a while. You guys already know I'm a boss, and I'm a huge DJI fan. I mean, heard it from my man, Morgan Freeman himself. So you guys already know what it is. But anyway, I am back. I went on a little trip to Berlin, and I actually was able to play with this camera a lot. But to be honest, I didn't get a chance to film a lot and put together an entire review. But hold up, pimpin', I got you, because today we're doing it. We're reviewing the new DJI Action 2. I do gotta go to work. So this is gonna be like a review slash take your subscribers to work day. But you guys already know I go hard in the paint, so don't even worry about it. We're gonna do a proper review of this camera. So yeah, let's go. Let's do this review of the DJI Action 2. Guys, I'm just so excited about it. Like, for real, I love this camera. Like, you know, let's just go. Let's go. Okay, we are on the DJI Action 2. All right, and now just to be clear, everything from here on out will be shot on the new DJI Action 2 using, I think I'm gonna shoot in 4K 30. Everything you're about to see is shot on the DJI Action 2. Work, man. Also, we're gonna bring this magnetic pendant because this is like one of my favorite accessories. I love the magnetic pendant for the Go2. I didn't like the Go2 that much, but I love the pendant and I love the magnetic feature. So we gotta take this baby. Now that way, when I want some POV shots, I just pull it off, put it on my chest. Genius. A little chilly. Oh, I'm making it. This Red Bull. Now, I'll say, for convenience, like as a convenience factor, this camera is legit. Like, definitely a 10 when it comes to convenience, because it is just so tiny. And right now I'm using the dual lens module, but you don't have to. You could just use the camera if you wanted to. All right, made it to Amsterdam, but it's raining. I mean, it's not raining too bad, but it's raining enough. Okay, finally made it to work. Man, that was an adventure. Holy cow. Yeah, I work over here. I work right in here in this building. And yeah, overall, like it's pretty amazing. Like I'm not even gonna trip though. It's pretty amazing. Okay, quick break from work. How is the camera so far? Like, be honest. Like, what do you guys think? For me, I really like it still. I'm still like amazed by the whole thing. Low key, I dropped it outside on the way to work, and now it's all like scuffed up. But anyway, I still like it. I love the form factor. I love the size. I love the modular design. I love how comfortable it is, like, to just be out in public with. One of the biggest things that I love about the camera is the simple fact that not only is it magnetic, but the camera part is all you need to get going. It has internal storage of 32 gigs, but only 22 gigs are available, but that's like plenty to get what you need. Yeah, that's like a cool part about it, is that you can actually just use the camera. Like, that's crazy, man. Also, I love the rising love light. Now, you can only use it in like 1080p and 2.7K, but that's freaking amazing. Like, in 2.7K, you can use it at 60 frames a second. Come on. Like, tell me that's not boss, like, for real. And look, let me show you. I'm not even holding the camera. The camera's, I was just sticking it right there. Okay, I think I'm gonna get some lunch. Holy cow. It's like 3 p.m. and I haven't even left to eat, pimp. Like, we gotta get something to eat real quick. All right, good thing to note is that the camera is waterproof, but the modular part that goes on the bottom, like the double screens or the power pack, is not waterproof. So yeah, that's something you might want to think about. But for the most part, again, I mean, it's like the camera's so small, it kind of doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, all right, how we sounded? I am not too far away from the camera, but I'm very close to a busy street. So how is it sounding? Yeah, I don't know if I should do a stabilization test or I don't know. It just seems like it's a lot, like it's already dark. Like the camera's probably doing that jittery shake even right now because you know that shake always happens when you're dealing with like the optical image stabilization, which is why the Pocket is just such a great camera. Like it's so small and you lose that jittery effect that you get when using a camera that offers optical image stabilization. You know what, bump it. Let's just do a stabilization test. Let's see what we're working with, okay? Now, I only have the camera on the Joby Gorilla like tripod, and I'm just holding it out in front of me, okay? So 4K 30, everything's in auto except for I did bump down the, I think I bumped max ISO to 1600. Rock steady on. All right, let's go. How's this? It might be a little shaky because I don't know, it's just not as heavy either. So I feel like it might be wobbling a bit more than usual, than like a normal camera. How we looking? How we sounding though? In the rain. My shoes are gonna get wet. Hate wet shoes. Could have brought my boots, man. I knew it. Something told me, wear the boots. But nope. Always go with your gut, guys. Always go with your gut. Now, if I'm gonna be real, I think it was a missed opportunity putting an SD card slot on the module part, just because sometimes you don't want to film internally all the time and it takes a little while to transfer the footage. Like, I think it was a missed opportunity right there on their part. Everything else, good, but the only thing I would have done differently is I would have put the SD slot on the camera. I think we just found lunch. Man, if I'm honest, like, I love the magnets and I love magnets, man. I don't know why this always, like, this should be like a real thing for like all cameras, like, to be real. I love the magnet setup. It just works so well. Pop it on, pop it off, stick it on this, stick it on that, and it just works. Also, really quick too, how does it sound? How is it sounding right now? Just because I may have forgot to mention this earlier, but with the double screen mod, it's supposed to have 4 extra mics or something crazy like that on it. So it should sound a lot better than with just the cameras. All right, and now we are on the whole shebang. The extra screen module and camera together. How are we sounding? Do you notice a difference? I didn't notice a difference when I looked at some of the footage from Germany. Like, I didn't notice anything. But I mean, I could be wrong, you know? So, or I could just not been paying attention. 2.7K at 30 with horizon leveling. Man, that horizon leveling is a trip. Like, you could like look that is a trip, man. Back at work, got the module a little wet. Hopefully it still works. All right, for lunch we got donor club, some fries. Ooh. Quick side note, why do they always add mayonnaise? Who eats their fries with mayonnaise? Mayonnaise is disgusting. You guys want some? You want to dig in on this? Let's see. Yes, another water's in here. Yes. Okay, so it is almost 5:30 and it is like super dark outside. So I think I am calling it quits with work. You hop on my bicycle like a boss. Don't get it twisted. I'm gonna be bumping trap music. Ain't nobody here. Everybody gone. I'm the only one here. I need to get my booty out of here. But anyway, what a great day with the DJI Action 2. Holy cow. I'm gonna get home. I think I'm gonna edit it tonight and then review it, and then hopefully post a video tomorrow. No overheating today, like nothing. Actually, yeah, I know like that's been like a huge problem with this camera, but yeah, nothing. I filmed a lot with it today too. Nothing. It overheated once I believe 2 days ago when I was in Germany on the train after I finished charging it. For some reason, this camera charges hot. Don't know why. All right, we are back, and you know what? It would like be a sunny day today, but like raining today that I want to review the camera. You know what? Anyway, pimp, I'm not gonna lie. I had a lot of fun filming with this, like not just in Germany, but even just yesterday going to work. Like it was amazing. Like this thing, like I don't even know how to explain how excited I am about this thing. Like I was really worried about it at first. Like I'm like low-key, high-key, I was super worried. But after staying up late a little last night, going through the footage and editing it, it looks good. And I really, oh my gosh, it's like really good. But you know what, let me calm down, Let me ask you guys a question first. Before I give my conclusions, what do you guys think? Like put it in the comments right now. What did you guys think of the footage? Like I still have some more tests to do, and I think I'm gonna do some comparisons of the GoPro Hero 10 versus the Osmo Action 2, also versus the DJI Pocket 2 as well. But what do you guys think? Just from looking at the footage in all kinds of situations, because I think I recorded maybe roughly about an hour and like 40 minutes of footage, like with this. Look, guys, just let me know what you guys think. But now for my opinion. I love this camera, but it's a complicated love because like a lot of people, I did have some issues with the camera. Let's talk about the pros first. The first pro has to be comfortability and usability. This thing gets a solid 10. I'm sorry, it gets a 10. It's so tiny, so easy to use, and it just fits in your pocket. It also, it's very, like people don't even know that you're vlogging or talking to a camera. Like also, you can just mount this anywhere. Like it's magnetic, so you could just put it anywhere. I was putting it everywhere in the office. Like it's amazing. Like it's really good. Like to be real, I feel more comfortable using this out in vlogging than using the DJI Pocket 2. I know that sounds strange, but I do. Like I just do. I had no freezing, the screens work, the touchscreen work, the responsiveness is like good, like it's smooth. So comfortability and usability gets a 10 from me. Next is audio, and wow, like guys, the audio, even without the add-on, the audio is good. I would say the audio is about a 9. Only reason it's not getting a 10 is because I did notice it doesn't do that well with wind noise, but everything else like 9. And even when I put them together, I didn't notice much of a difference. Like that's how good the audio is with just the camera. Like that's crazy. 9. Stabilization, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna have to say about an 8. And the only reason for this is for the simple fact, because the stabilization is good, but in low light situations, you're getting that like binding, that artifacting, you know, that every little jerk kind of matters. If you don't set this up right, if you're using it just straight out of camera and you don't set this up correctly, you will get a lot of binding in low light. And now another pro has to be horizon leveling at 2.7K. Come on. Horizon leveling on this small camera at 2.7K, shooting at 60 frames a second. And now the next thing has to be image quality, and I have to say image quality is about an 8, which is insane. I thought, like, it's just me, but I thought that the image quality was gonna be about a 5 or a 4. I just couldn't imagine something being that good out of this little thing. Like, I don't even know what to say. The image quality is just so good for what this is. And the surprising part is it's actually really good indoors too. Like, you guys saw the footage. I used a lot of this indoors, and you didn't get a lot of that weird noise that you get with a GoPro. And a GoPro's huge. Like, what are they doing over there? Like, DJI, what y'all doing over there? What you doing over there? I was like surely expecting the noise to be a really bad problem when it came to being indoors. And it wasn't. And now for the cons. Pimp, you know we gotta do the cons, because we gotta keep it honest now. We gotta keep it honest. The first con being that it does get warm. Not the camera itself. Now, I have not experienced this thing overheating and cutting off. What I mean is this thing gets warm while it's connected to this, while it's charging. It could be turned off completely and it just gets warm. And this is weird because this is something that I've noticed that all cameras are starting to do. Not the bigger cameras like the Sony a7S III, but like the DJI Pocket 2 sometimes gets warm when you're charging it as well. And the GoPro gets really warm. The Go2 gets really warm when you're charging it. The Insta360 One X2 gets really warm when you're charging it. I don't understand. Like that's something that it just blows my mind. It seems to be all newer cameras. So yeah, overheating is a problem. That's definitely a con for me. Speaking of charging, I feel like this thing is always charging. When the modules are connected together, it seems like this is always charging, which I really don't quite understand either, especially if the battery is already 100%. Why does it need to charge? Like, why does it get so warm? That's something that I just don't know. It gets warm even when it's fully charged. The next thing has to be a big con for me, and that is the screen is a little weird. I'm not sure if it's dropping frames. I don't know how to explain it that well, but it just seems like a bit wonky. Like, not as bad as the GoPro Hero 9 was, but I'm like, come on, like, really? The screen display, definitely a con for me. And then the next con has to be the simple fact that the build, let me back up. Back it up, pimp. The build is great. It's a solid build. It feels great in the hands, but this was a missed opportunity for the simple fact that they should have included the SD card on the camera. That was a big missed opportunity. And the only reason I say this is because, yeah, the camera does have 32 gigs of internal storage. 22 of them are usable. And that, don't get me wrong, that is plenty to be out and just doing your thing with just the camera. But when it comes to transferring the files, that's where this is a big con. It would have been so much better to have the SD card in the camera and then transfer it that way. But instead you have to connect it to the module and then transfer it to the SD card that's in the module. It did take a while to transfer the footage from the camera to the SD card. But yeah, I think that is it for me, man. I gotta say, that is it. The magnets are really strong. The camera works great. I love this thing. Should you buy this camera? This camera is a bit pricey, especially if you want the dual screen module. Now, if I make pimping, I will suggest not getting the dual screen. Like, you don't need it. I'm gonna be real. You don't need the dual screen module. The battery pack combo that's like $399 is plenty. It is cheaper than the GoPro with just the battery module. You do not need the dual screen module. I'm gonna say it again. I'm trying to save you some money. Unless you just got the swag sauce, unless you got the bag, you do not need the dual screen module. I hope I made that clear. So would I suggest buying this? I have to say, yes, I will suggest buying this, but not the dual screen module. That is it, pimpin'. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button. Also hit that subscribe button if you are new, because you are a boss and we are on our way to 10K. I'm sorry I've been gone for a while. I went on a trip, but I'm back. So you can expect to see some more videos on this little guy. So until then, I will see you in the next one.